Right now, a community coming together to heal in Mount Horeb after Wednesday's deadly incident outside the middle school. How to show your Mount Horeb strong.
And we have another chance of rainfall today. I'll have your full forecast coming up.
And later we take a look at the City of Madison's most recent update of the West Area Plan, how it intends to address growing housing needs in the area. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. I'm Kyle Pazorski. It is Saturday, May 4th. Singer-songwriter Jackie Jackson turned 73 today. Let's begin by taking a look outside this morning. Jacob is here for what the day ahead will be like. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Kyle. Right now we are seeing mostly dry conditions across our entire region, but there are some showers and storms right now out near Iowa. And although they are going to diminish a little bit as they enter Wisconsin, we are still expect to see some showers early and then again another chance of rain later in the day. So looking at the temperatures right now, they're pretty close to average for this time of the day. Upper 40s and lower 50s for much of the area. The further west you go out near Iowa, it is a bit milder with middle 50s for those areas. Now looking at the forecast for today, those showers and storms in Iowa are going to move to the west northwest and impact especially areas near the Mississippi River during the morning hours. But the further east you're located, the less likely you will see rainfall because a lot of this precipitation will kind of diminish as it makes its way east. And for Dane County and areas east of that, rainfall may not occur during the morning, but we could still see a few pop-up showers later in the day. And then as we get towards the evening, there's a chance of storms to the south and east of Madison, especially towards Janesville. But as you get closer to Milwaukee, that's the best chance to see those storms. But our area, not expect to see too much rain today. So for most of the day, it will be dry, but we could see those showers early for the western half of the area and later for the eastern half of the area. Temperatures will be in the 50s for much of the day in La Crosse, but it actually will be in the 70s here in Madison. Again, storms late for Madison, but early for La Crosse. But we also have an alert day in the forecast for Tuesday for the possibility of severe weather. I'll talk more detail about that coming up a bit later.
Jacob, thank you. We'll check back in just a bit.
I heard people saying there was an active shooter nearby, and I started running.
Our top story, healing continues in Mount Horeb after an armed student was shot and killed outside of the middle school on Wednesday. School was canceled for the past 2 days, but resources have been made available in the school district for those struggling with trauma. Part of this includes the creation of a hashtag created by the Village Chamber of Commerce seen here. The Mount Horeb Strong campaign has so far pre-sold over 200 yard signs with the slogan. The chamber is also offering free coloring pages for kids and mental health resources online, all to help heal this community. Classes are expected to resume on Monday. Protests and encampments are continuing on college campuses, calling for university leadership to take action to divest from Israel-involved companies. We saw a large one this week at UW-Madison's campus and another now in La Crosse. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has more on others taking place across the country.
Protesters and counter-protesters filled the streets near New York University Friday night, hours after police cleared another campus encampment and made multiple arrests. It's a scene playing out at campuses across the country. On Friday, UCLA's campus was cleared, the location of tents still visible on the lawn, along with graffiti scrawled on buildings. At Portland State University, after police moved against protesters Thursday, video Friday showed what was left behind in the library, with barricades, tents, and supplies, and graffiti covering the walls. This week, President Biden spoke out about violent protests.
Vandalism, trespassing, breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest.
But others argue by inviting police onto campuses, university administrators have been heavy-handed.
Any suggestion that this level of response was appropriate is repulsive.
At Columbia University, where police cleared an occupied campus building this week, student journalists are pushing back on claims protests have been driven by outside agitators, not students.
Whether or not you agree with what's happening and the way that they're protesting, they have worked and they continue to work incredibly hard to get their message heard.
Security for many graduations has tightened to discourage disruption. After canceling its commencement over security concerns, USC has now scheduled a graduate celebration on May 9th at the LA Memorial Coliseum. Students will receive a limited number of tickets. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Security measures at the USC event will be similar to a sporting event with limits on bags that guests can bring in. Well, the bulls ruled the day on Wall Street on Friday. Stocks surged with the Dow and NASDAQ climbing, all because the Bureau of Labor Statistics data showed the economy added just 175,000 new jobs in April, which is way below the 235,000 economists were expecting, and the 315,000 new jobs added in March. While that would normally be bad news, low unemployment has been a big driver of inflation. A cooling jobs market makes it more likely inflation will also slow. Here's a closer look at Friday's numbers. The Dow soaring 450 points, the NASDAQ rising 315, and the S&P closed up 63. It will be another stop in Wisconsin for President Biden next week. The White House saying he'll be in Racine Wednesday for a campaign event. He'll be delivering remarks on his Investing in America agenda. This is a video from Biden's last visit to Madison on April 8th. Details about next week's stop are limited right now. However, the White House says additional details will be coming soon. The president on Friday presented 19 political allies, celebrities, and civil rights leaders with the Medal of Freedom. It's the nation's highest civilian honor. The list includes former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, South Carolina Representative Tim Clyburn, actress Michelle Yeoh, and former Vice President Al Gore. Biden also presenting the award to 3 posthumous recipients.
Today we have another extraordinary honor to bestow on the nation's highest civilian honors of 19 incredible people whose relentless curiosity, inventiveness, ingenuity, and hope have kept faith in a better tomorrow.
The Medal of Freedom is presented to people who have made exemplary contributions to the country, world peace, or other significant societal endeavors. Week 2 of testimony in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial is in the books. On Friday, testimony of his longtime aide, Hope Hicks, took place. She told the court she was nervous to testify and hadn't spoken to Trump in 2 years, at one point breaking down in tears. The trial will continue now on Monday. The city of Madison is planning for more growth and housing needs through its West Area Plan. It lays out specific examples of physical ways the community can improve. The city has hosted feedback sessions to learn what residents want to see in the plan. There's a clear need to address a persistent housing shortage. Feedback showed that people want to live closer to public transit and businesses, as well as have improved access to city parks.
We want to hear from people. We want to hear what they value most about the city and how they want to see it grow and change. So those values are really important to us.
The city says it's going to take all this feedback and put it into an updated plan, which they intend to have the public view for next Friday on May 10th. Police believe a cat may have started a fire inside of an apartment on Madison's East Washington Avenue Friday by jumping onto a stovetop and turning on the burners. It happened inside a 4th floor unit at the Ella Apartments. Fire investigators say the stovetop has a flat surface touchpad to control the burners, and some items were left on it catching fire. They believe a cat, one of 5 pets in the apartment, turned it on by leaping onto it. The person living there and their 5 pets are now displaced. The American Red Cross is assisting them, and investigators are saying the fire left $25,000 worth of damage. To the Cooley region, where a mock car crash was held Friday to teach high school students about the importance of safe driving. High schoolers from Cashton observed the demonstration with the crash firsthand and even played actors in it. This is the 10th year for the simulation, and according to an executive director of the event, it's proving to be effective.
In the last few years that we've had graduations and proms, you know, we're always on our pager ready to go out if they need us. It's been nice and quiet, and we love that.
Monroe County, Cashton Police, Tri-State Ambulance, and Turkelson Funeral Home participated in the demonstration as well. To Milwaukee, where a former elections official convicted of election fraud will not serve time behind bars. Kimberly Zapata was found guilty this March and was sentenced on Thursday. Adam Reif shares more on her case.
I'm ashamed that I have shattered my reputation with my children.
Kimberly Zapata escaped the harshest punishment at Thursday's sentencing.
I now recognize my actions did not match my best intentions.
A Milwaukee County judge handed down 12 months probation, 120 days of community service, and a $3,000 fine. In October of 2022, Zapata used 3 names to request fraudulent absentee military ballots. She and her attorney have long argued she was simply trying to expose a loophole in the system so that it could be fixed.
What my client wanted to do was close that hole so that bad actors would not have access to it in future elections.
But the judge and the jury that found her guilty in March disagreed. The state pushed for a year in prison, arguing a message needed to be sent to others considering meddling with the election system.
A lack of punishment for this crime would basically send the message that it's open season to commit electoral fraud.
Zapata has never denied committing the fraud.
Kimberly has been forthright and honest about her actions.
But Judge Corey Ashley said while there may not have been nefarious intent, Zapata's fraud comes at a time when faith in elections is already low, and her actions impacted public trust in the election system.
But you had to know that this would be seized upon. And that's exactly what happened.
That's Adam Reif reporting there. Zapata's attorney said his client plans to appeal the decision. Our time now is 5:10. Still ahead, we take a look at an orangutan using a new form of medicine. Now let's take a live look outside. Jacob will have your full forecast on what should be a wet Saturday ahead. But first, the George Vitans Golf Academy will show us some tips when you're out on the course. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Jalen Banks, News 3 Now at 6 and 10, weekends moving forward.
We're often asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices?
The answer is yes. The call, the consultation, free. You pay nothing until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Ask about Ubrelvy.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack! It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary. Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Rewards Club members at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison can get a ticket for a promotional drawing by visiting the Rewards Club booth. Promotional drawings can be either physical or virtual tickets. Physical tickets will be placed in a drawing barrel, while virtual tickets can be redeemed at a promotional kiosk. Visit Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison and grab your tickets at the Rewards Club booth today.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Who is she talking to?
These are just a few of the over 500,000 very happy Audien hearing aid customers. They're happy because they now live a better life. And they live a better life because they hear better. And they hear better because they purchased a full pair of Audien Adam 2s for only $189.
The Adam hearing aids, the best I've ever come across in my life.
Fit nicely in my ear. Nobody sees them.
Oh, I love the product, love the support, and I'm going to buy another pair.
And it's not just customers who rave about Audien. Forbes ranked them the best hearing aids of 2024. The Adam 2 is so tiny, nearly invisible. They've got great sound quality. And did we mention only $189 for a full pair?
It really does make it nice to be able to be out in a restaurant and hear what everyone's saying.
And it's so easy to order. Call Audien right now.
1-800-203-8967.
Shipping is free, and you get a 45-day money-back guarantee.
Welcome to Badgerscape Design and Landscape. We offer a full range of landscaping services, from design to maintenance. Our professional team is dedicated to meeting all your landscaping needs. Call us at 608-295-1446 or visit badgerscapedesignandlandscape.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
In this lesson, I'm focusing on the arms, the leveraging of the arms in the golf swing. When you address the ball, the leading arm is extended. As you go back, you're feeling the hinging with the wrist, not from the arms collapsing. You do not want to feel this in the backswing where the upper arms start to get stuck to your body. Maintain that distance out. And that is certainly true on the other side of the swing too. When I swing out, it's almost like I'm throwing the club out there. With this right arm, I'm extending that arm, and I am trying to keep that arm extended as long as I can till it swings around over your shoulders. You do not want to finish your swing with the upper arms jammed against your body. Extend it, maintain that width, maintain the radius of the golf swing. I'm Joel Weintz, PGA professional. Improve your play the fundamental way.
Well, the demand for WNBA tickets this season is up 93% compared to this time last year. According to a season preview report from StubHub, the dramatic increase is largely thanks to college basketball star Caitlin Clark and her new team, the Indiana Fever. So far, the Fever ticket sales have increased more than 13 times compared to last year, according to the report. As of this week, 9 of the 10 best-selling games this upcoming season are away games for the Fever. StubHub described Clark's impact in the report as, quote, electrifying. Locally this month, forward Madison FC will wear special kits as part of Mental Health Awareness Month. The kits include the phrase, keep moving forward, written backwards across the top so the wearer can read it left to right while looking back at themselves in a mirror. Supporters can purchase on their forwards team site online. The game-worn tops will be auctioned off at the end of the month to raise money for mental health awareness. Jacob Montesano is back now for a check of your forecast. Jacob, is it a good day to go outside to play some soccer?
Well, it depends on the time. We are going to see some scattered rain, but a lot of our area may actually be dry for most of the day. We'll see some rain early for some and then later for others. So that's one of the 3 things you need to know. The other thing you need to know, it's going to be beautiful on Sunday as well as Monday before we see another chance of severe weather on Tuesday. Now, there actually is a marginal risk for severe weather, a very sliver of marginal risk for parts of Greene and Rock County. We don't have an alert day because this is not going to be widespread, and it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see any severe weather at all. So here's a look at the forecast for today. We're going to see a round of showers early in the day, especially for areas west of Madison. Some of these showers could turn into thunderstorms, but the western half of our area looks to be dry by the afternoon with maybe a few lingering showers, and that line of rain will dissipate as it moves off to the east. Now, looking at the rest of the day, a lot of our area will see some scattered light rain, but another chance of some thunderstorms will occur for Dane County and especially areas south and east towards Janesville, as well as areas near Lake Michigan towards Milwaukee. This will be during the evening hours, but it looks like a lot of that rain will clear out by sunset, and then we're going to be dry for the overnight hours. So looking at the forecast for the weekend, some rain today, but again, we're not going to see rain throughout the entire day, and temperatures will still be comfortable. But then for Sunday, just about perfect, plenty of sunshine, highs at near 70. But then we have another alert day Tuesday for the possibility of some severe weather. Right now, the severe weather risk looks to be strongest near the Illinois border, but that severe weather risk could easily creep up towards the rest of our area simply because it is still several days out. So we're going to be dry throughout most of Monday, but you can see all that rain moving into our area. It's going to move in Tuesday morning, and it's going to rain early and often Tuesday. At least that's what it looks like, with those storms possibly impacting our area during the evening. But a lot of it should clear out by the time we get to Wednesday. So looking at the 7 to 10 day forecast, the good news is that temperatures are going to remain very comfortable. It will be in the 50s today for you folks in La Crosse, but 70s are expected for southern Wisconsin. And then for the rest of your 10 day forecast, we're looking at 60s and 70s, with really the only chance of rain coming Tuesday and then again on Thursday. And towards the end of next week, we may see temperatures get a little bit cooler with highs in the middle 60s, but still fairly comfortable, pretty close to average for this time of the year. So the next 10 days looking like a very typical May forecast, 60s and 70s, a few chances of rainfall. Not seeing anything terribly hot or terribly cold for this time of year, just a very normal May forecast. And of course, in May, that's the best chance for severe weather. And we do have that chance on Tuesday. So for today, again, it's not going to rain throughout the entire day, but we are expecting rain nonetheless. If you can't get out today, I mean, the better chance to get out will be on Sunday. But nonetheless, still looking very comfortable going forward.
Jacob, thank you. Got a cool story here. Scientists in Indonesia say they witnessed a major medical breakthrough involving apes in the wild. Researchers saw this male orangutan named Racus chewing up leaves from a tropical plant then using his fingers to apply the plant juices to a wound on his cheek. People across Southeast Asia commonly use the same plant to treat pain and inflammation, but this time was the first scientists observed a wild great ape doing the same.
It's possible that there exists like a common underlying mechanism for the recognition and also application of substances with medical or functional properties to wounds. And it's also possible that our last common ancestor already showed similar ointment behavior.
Within 1 month, Rakus's wound closed without any problems. The extraordinary behavior was recorded in 2022, but researchers have now revealed their findings this week. Still ahead, Jacob will have a quick check at the forecast. Plus, there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks and 3 things to watch when we return here on Weekend Mornings.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, count me in. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Here at Portage Furniture, our customers, well, they're everything to us. And to say thank you the entire month of May, you can save big at our Customer Appreciation Sale. So many of you deserve a thank you. Our first responders, our teachers, our farmers, and our vets, and everyone in between. These are real people, real customers, and the real reason we're here. All furniture brands are on sale. I mean everything, and everyone saves.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills and simply toss those old bottles of pills. But thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on and your information is gone. Look, an identity thief can use simple information to get access to your credit card. Then you're responsible for the bills. But ID Police permanently prints a unique encryption graphic that makes it impossible to read through, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. And it works on all forms of paper, matte or glossy. Paper shredders are slow and always jam, but roll with ID Police and you're in control. Watch again. Here's a bank statement with your name and account number. Now, one easy roll and all your personal information is blocked. Name and address? Blocked. Credit card number? Blocked. Phone, electricity, and gas bill? Now they're all safe to toss in the trash. So relax. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. And those applications or pre-approved checks make you vulnerable too. So block it out before you throw it out. And thwart any thief with the ID Police. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, but it is available online or on the phone. So call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Take control with ID Police on patrol. Order now.
Call 1-800-268-7157. That's 1-800-268-7157. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-268-7157 now.
Let's take a second and check out some weather photos of the day. This first one was sent in by Sandy. And I have to admit, I have never quite seen a sunset looking this beautiful, at least with my own eyes. Obviously, I've seen pictures of it, but this is absolutely gorgeous. So thank you, Sandy, for submitting your photo. We also have another photo of a sunset from Thomas from Foothill. I love this one because it kind of shows the cloud cover as well. And when you have a little bit of cloud cover with the sun shining on the horizon, that's really when you can get the best looking sunset. So thank you, Thomas, for submitting your photo. And you folks have been awesome with your photo submission. And if you would like to submit your own, you can through our website, channel3000.com. Click on the weather tab, scroll down until you see post your own. It is as simple as that. But when you're taking photos of severe weather, remember safety is more important than the photo. But we'll take the photos if you have them nonetheless.
Jacob, thank you. There's no shortage of films and shows streaming right now. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Your body is nothing but a host to a massive collection of parasitic organisms ready to cause infection, ready to cause infection, ready to cause infection.
Asa. Yeah? Thought spiral?
Newly streaming on Max is the film Turtles All the Way Down.
I was thinking it's not fair.
Because plenty of people with anxiety disorder have fulfilling romantic relationships.
Hi.
Hi.
Based on the best-selling novel by John Green, the film follows a high schooler struggling with anxiety while trying to live a normal life.
Is everything okay?
What is going on with you? Imagine being stuck in my head all the time with no break, no way out. Get out!
Turtles All the Way Down is streaming on Max now.
Why, in this house of God, do I smell secrets and fear?
Newly streaming on Hulu is the series Shard Lake.
The guilty man must be identified and evidence listed. I am not above the laws of England, Matthew.
Sean Bean stars in the historical crime thriller about a murder being investigated in Tudor England.
I will find you. I will discover the truth.
All 4 episodes of Shard Lake are streaming on Hulu now. And whether you prefer the classics,
I am your father.
Pod Racing, or Baby Yoda's, celebrate May the 4th or Star Wars Day, however you like, with the Star Wars films and TV shows streaming on Disney+. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
Coming up next, a look at our top morning headlines. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Gruber Law Offices has been winning for people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. One call, that's all.
If you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms tried to take control, I got rapid relief and reduced fatigue with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares kept trying to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when my doctor saw damage, Rinvoq helped visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
For both UC and Crohn's, rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650. We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer, and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-920-0664 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-920-0664.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
Now 5:30, the Mount Horeb community looks to remain strong together, and protests continue on college campuses. Your top stories are coming up. Plus, we got scattered showers and storms on the way today. Jake was in this morning with a look at the first warn forecast. And later, the hush money trial of former President Trump continues, what his former advisor said during testimony on Friday. That's all ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Good morning, thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Let's start this half hour by sending it over to Jacob Madison for a look at your Saturday forecast. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Kyle. And although we are expecting rain today, we're not seeing it just quite yet. We can see that those showers out in Iowa and Minnesota, but most of our area still dry at the moment. But there are a few thunderstorms out in Iowa. No severe thunderstorm warnings, but there is some minor hail with some of these storms. But it is expected to dissipate a little bit as it enters Wisconsin, but we're still expecting some rain nonetheless. Now, looking at the temperatures, pretty normal for this time of the year, this time of the morning, with temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s, a bit milder as you get further out in Iowa, where middle 50s are the temperatures right now. And looking at the forecast for today, that rain is going to slowly move into our area throughout the morning. And for the western half of our area, including really all of the area near La Crosse, the best chance of rain will be early in the day, but that line of rain will dissipate a little bit as it moves to the east. Still could see some rain for Dane County and surrounding areas, but then during the evening, there's a second round of storms possible, especially for Dane County and areas south and also east of Dane County. Best chance for the storms this time frame will be for Janesville, as well as between Janesville and Milwaukee and areas closer to Lake Michigan all the way up north to Green Bay. But for the most part, we're not going to see any severe weather today. We could see maybe a few storms that could produce severe weather, especially near the Illinois border, but not enough to warrant an alert day. And a lot of the rain will clear out by sunset with maybe just some lingering showers to the east. So looking at La Crosse, temperatures will be in the 50s today with some rain early for you folks in La Crosse. And then for Madison, the best chance of rain will be later in the day, but temperatures will be in the 70s. Now I'll talk more in detail about alert day in the forecast on Tuesday coming up a bit later.
Jacob, thank you. Children, parents, and other Mount Horeb residents are still working through the shock from this week after an armed student was shot and killed outside of the middle school. Arman Rahman shows us how the community is keeping Mount Horeb strong.
Sometimes the best resource through times of tragedy is support from the people around you. That's what the Village Chamber of Commerce is hoping to foster with their hashtag Mount Horeb Strong campaign.
Oh, it was insane, and we're still healing.
Healing isn't easy.
And it will be one day at a time.
But the community of 7,000 people is making it their top priority.
The fact that we're so small and for this to have happened here, I think everybody takes it personally. Everybody really sees themselves as a piece of what happened, just being involved just by living here.
So the Mount Horeb Area Chamber of Commerce is helping everyone be involved in showing support. 200 people have already pre-ordered yard signs with the slogan, Mount Horeb Strong.
And that came from a community member who had this idea and put it on Facebook, and it quickly blew up. And he was quickly overwhelmed, as anybody would be. And so the chamber was able to offer our support.
Of course, the trauma from that day runs deeper for children.
We were lining up for recess, and we heard people running, and we saw people running, and it was really scary. And then we ran out of the building straight away.
That's why the chamber is offering free coloring pages for kids and mental health resources online. Because after events like this, even 7,000 people can care as one.
You know, we're a big family, and I think anytime a family goes through a tragedy like this, there's ways that they can come together and support each other and get through it together.
Yard signs and coloring pages are available for free on the Chamber of Commerce website. Mental health resources are also available on their social media pages.
Armand, thank you. Next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and the Chamber President says people and businesses have been looking for ways they can show their appreciation. They are working with the PTO to organize something for that. We are now entering day 6 of protests on the UW-Madison campus, showing solidarity and support for Palestinians. We learned Friday that the 4 people arrested and booked into jail Wednesday after police broke up the encampment have been formally charged. 3 have been charged with felonies, while the 4th was charged with a misdemeanor. Just one of the 4 people arrested Wednesday were affiliated with the University of Wisconsin. Fitchburg police say a woman was stabbed early Friday morning outside of a bar. It happened in the parking lot of Monkey Shines on McKee Road. Police call the woman's wound significant, but say it was not life-threatening. At the crime scene, a woman was stopped trying to leave. Officers found what they believe to be the weapon used in her vehicle. She was arrested and taken to the Dane County Jail, facing multiple charges, including second-degree recklessly endangering safety. We've also learned police in McFarland say a man crashed his car into a tree with 2 young kids inside while driving away from a traffic stop. The 40-year-old man refused to pull over after an officer received a report of a suspicious vehicle. Authorities say the driver drove away recklessly and was later found crashed into a tree west of Highway 51 along Severson Road. Officers had to use a taser to take the man into custody. A 2-year-old and 4-month-old child were in his back seat, not wearing seatbelts. They were taken to the hospital, treated, and released to the Dane County Protective Services. Week 2 of testimony in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial is in the books. Michael George reports on the testimony of Trump's former campaign press secretary.
So I'm not allowed to comment.
Former President Donald Trump might not be allowed to speak about aspects of his hush money trial because of a gag order, but that didn't stop him from addressing reporters as he left the courthouse Friday afternoon, mostly about his race for president.
These people are destroying our country, whether at the border, whether the horrible reports that came out today on jobs numbers, with all you hear, whether inflation, which is destroying us, a lousy economy.
Trump did not talk about the testimony of his longtime aide, Hope Hicks, only saying this.
I was very interested in what took place today.
He was feet away from Hicks as she told the court she was nervous to testify and hadn't spoken to Trump in 2 years. At one point, she broke down in tears. Earlier, prosecutors asked her about what happened within the campaign when an Access Hollywood video was released weeks before the election.
When you're a star, they let you do it.
In which Trump said he could grab women by their private areas. She testified about Trump's reaction, quote, he said that didn't sound like something he would say, and that the early strategy was deny, deny, deny. She said she was very concerned about what she termed a crisis in the campaign.
She knows each person, where they sat, what they did, and she is the person who therefore connects all of the dots.
Hicks said Trump spoke to her about his former attorney, Michael Cohen, making payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels to protect him from a false allegation, and that Cohen did so out of the kindness of his own heart. Hicks told the court that would have been out of character for Cohen. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
All right, coming up here on 538, still ahead, some inspiration from a symphony orchestra member. Plus, here's today's day in history.
The hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Become a certified direct care professional for free.
Being a direct care provider is a great job. It's motivation to get up and come back because somebody's counting on me.
Direct care workers are essential. They help someone with a disability be seen as a neighbor.
I really wake up every day excited to go to work.
This is something that I'm very passionate about. I want to have a career in this.
Become a CDCP today for free. Sign up at wiscaregivercdcp.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
BMO. Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjord's furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjord's furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
1 in 8 women will get breast cancer in their lifetime. Let's work together to change that statistic. Join us June 8th at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison for the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. Sign up now at channel3000.com/Komen and be part of the movement to raise money, celebrate survivors, and honor loved ones lost to this widespread illness. Let's fight back together.
Win a hand-pay jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
When breaking news happens,
they're specifically calling for a divestment from Israel.
News 3 Now is there on the scene.
At least 60 police officers arrived within moments.
With team coverage to keep you informed and updated.
They've actually put up a new encampment. I'd say there's 10 or more tents currently. We just want peace.
Your trusted source for breaking news and continuous coverage. News 3 Now, moving forward.
So taking a look at the rain chances over the next 7 days, we are expecting that rainfall today. Some rain maybe early tonight, but will be dry for sure Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday during the day, that's when the alert day is, and it could enter our area Monday night and also could linger into Tuesday night, but the bulk of the precipitation from that system will be during the day on Tuesday. And then towards the middle and end of next week, we're going to see some light chances of precipitation, only about a 20 to 30%, but especially Wednesday night and Thursday night, we could see continuous light rain across our area. Nothing extreme is in the forecast for that time frame. And temperatures will also be a tad bit cooler, still comfortable though, as highs will be in the middle 60s, but we're also going to see middle 70s for the middle of the week, and then towards the end of the week, that's when the temperatures will cool off a bit. Now, looking at the 8 to 14-day precipitation outlook, it is suggesting that we may start to see a little bit of a dry trend. Nothing is suggesting we'll see anything like we did last year, but we are expecting some drier conditions and also some cooler conditions, but we're also in the time of the year where cooler temperatures are still comfortable. Like I mentioned, the middle 60s next week, that will actually be below average for this time of the year.
All right, Jacob. Good advice. Thank you. Well, every May, the nation celebrates older Americans. Today, we meet the longest-standing member of an Indiana Symphony Orchestra, being honored for what she has been doing for more than 50 years. WSBT's Lynette Grant has this touching story from South Bend, Indiana.
Musicians in an orchestra work for years to perfect their craft. The longest-standing member of the South Bend Symphony Orchestra has been with the organization for more than 5 decades. This is Clara Woolley. She's 85 years young, from Plymouth, Indiana, and plays the violin. She also sings and plays piano and the pipe organ. Music has taken her on a grand adventure. She was not on stage at a recent quintet performance by the symphony, but rather in the audience as a guest of honor.
Being a Plymouth native, being someone with who needs to be recognized for her years of service and her musical contributions to not just South Bend, but nationally and even globally. She's performed all over the world.
In addition to playing with the symphony, Woolley taught countless music students. Teaching is another passion of hers.
I like to see the satisfaction that the individual student has once they accomplish what they like to do.
Many of her former music students attended the performance at the Reese Theater to share just how important her role as an instructor was in their music journey.
I still remember the songs we sang at our concert, and it was just that whole presence of being in front of people singing.
Everyone in attendance believing Clara Woolley is deserving of this honor. Music has been her whole life, and while she's learned a lot, she didn't stop learning once she became an instructor.
What's been the biggest lesson you have learned as a teacher?
Patience is needed with everyone. Even the best students have to work at skills.
Lynette Grant, CBS News, South Bend, Indiana.
It is now 5:45. Still ahead, Zach will check in with Friday's news and sports. And let's take a live look outside again here at the state capitol. Jake will have your first warn forecast next on Weekend Mornings.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Now at US Cellular, you can get an iPhone 15 Pro on us, plus $300 off a new iPad.
Check out this photo of Bigfoot I got.
That's scary.
Yep, getting my steps in.
Get an iPhone 15 Pro on us and $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
When a truck accident happens, the results can be catastrophic. Our dedicated and proven team is here to help, and there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ryder Chip, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Bring your outdoor oasis to life with Steinhoffels. With over 20 patio sets to choose from, Steinhoffels has something for every style and budget. And get a free Yeti beverage bucket when you spend $19.99 or more on your new patio set. Use our 60-month financing to make your outdoor oasis more affordable. Escape to the outdoors with your new beautiful backyard, styled by Steinhoffels. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
You have a consumer issue, and you keep getting the runaround.
It was just a total nightmare.
What you need is an advocate.
It's call for action to help me. Nobody else did.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team has the experience and resources to get results.
He was able to accomplish in a couple months what we couldn't accomplish in 4 years.
Need help? Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for Action, only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you.
Now at US Cellular, you can get an iPhone 15 Pro on us, plus $300 off a new iPad.
Check out this photo of Bigfoot I got.
That's scary.
Yep, getting my steps in.
Get an iPhone 15 Pro on us and $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for your weekend. We are going to see some scattered rainfall today, but a beautiful Sunday is in store, and Monday will also be very nice with some storms expected again on Tuesday. Now for today, there actually is a very small risk of severe weather. There's a marginal risk for parts of Greene and Rock counties, but we're not putting out an alert day because I don't expect to see that anything more than one severe storm roll through that area. But even then, it's not going to be a huge issue, but we are still going to see some scattered rain across our area nonetheless. So looking at the forecast for today, the rain out in Iowa will slowly make its way into our region and impact the western half of our area and all of you folks near La Crosse up to Eau Claire, especially during the morning into the early afternoon. Now that line of rain will diminish a little bit as it moves to the east, but we could still see some showers for Dane County and areas to the north and east of that. But as we get towards the late afternoon and evening, we're going to see another round of possible storms to the south of Madison and also to the east of Madison, closer to Lake Michigan, including you folks all the way up north towards Fond du Lac and Green Bay. Now, as we get towards sunset, it is looking like we'll see most of the precipitation clear out of our area, maybe a few lingering showers for the eastern half of our region, but by then the rain will be very light. So looking at the weekend forecast as a whole, the showers today, but it's still going to be very comfortable. And for the most part, we're going to have several dry periods during the day for our entire area. And then Sunday, like I mentioned, going to be just about perfect. But then we have another alert day in the forecast for Tuesday. We could see some strong storms with heavy rainfall. And Tuesday might be one of those days where we see rain early and often. So Monday is going to be dry, but then we are going to see that rain move in for Tuesday morning. We'll see some showers Tuesday morning, but then during the evening hours, we likely are going to see a few thunderstorms, and some of those thunderstorms could be severe. Now, this is for really all of Wisconsin, including the northern part of our area. Although the severe weather risk right now looks to stay in the southern portion of the state, that could definitely change over the next couple of days. And a lot of this rain will clear out by the time we get to Wednesday morning. So looking at the full 7 to 10 day forecast, we're going to see that rainfall today and then on Tuesday, with some rain on Thursday, but most of the 10-day forecast is looking fairly comfortable. You know, we obviously are going to see some rain, and that typically happens this time of the year. But overall, this is looking like a pretty normal May forecast with 60s and 70s and a few chances of rainfall. It does look like we may see the temperatures drop a little bit for the end of next week, but we're still going to see highs in the middle 60s, which is still very comfortable for this time of the year. So if today is not an ideal day to spend time outside, tomorrow definitely will be. And Monday's looking very nice too with the alert day Tuesday. Again, we'll have more details on the alert day as it gets closer.
The Packers kicked off day one of their rookie minicamp, and there was one significant injury to report. The head coach, he has a torn pec. Now, the good news, he was a full participant in practice, and Matt LaFleur said of the injury, quote, "Got in a fight with the bench press, I lost." As far as the rookies go, a week after being drafted, they hit the ground running in Green Bay and had a lot to learn. Their coaches, their teammates, and their playbook, and the new Packers wouldn't want it any other way.
First of all, it's been lots of studying. We've pushed right into it. It's been pretty cool just learning the playbook and getting able to, execute it today at practice. It's pretty cool.
Go in there, you try to change things. That's the goal that you try to do. That's the goal that we set for ourselves, and we hold ourselves accountable. I know it's a standard here. It was a standard where I came from.
Guarding Against Cancer was back at the Kohl Center for the 7th annual signature event, and this year's theme was "The Future is Bright." And the goal, since Greg and his wife Michelle started it back in 2016 after his father died of brain cancer, was simple: raise money and awareness to fight the disease. And the total raised so far is over $8 million to benefit research and patient care in the state of Wisconsin.
I think he'd be really proud of what has transpired and all the people that have jumped on board to help. And obviously, my mom's gone through her battle with it. She's doing amazing and doing really well. She'll be here tonight. And I think, and I'm going to talk tonight about Walt McGrory too. We talk about the success stories and the people that have been able to beat the disease, but we remember those that didn't have such a good outcome. And Walt is going to be first and foremost on our minds tonight.
WNBA debut for Caitlin Clark. The Fever taking on the Wings in the preseason opener, and of course her first basket was a three. She finished with a team-high 21 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, and 2 steals in just 28 minutes. And this right here is vintage Caitlin Clark. The step-back triple, one of her 5 threes on the night. The Wings, though, would win the game 79-76. And the Brewers were opening up a 3-game series with the Cubs, and former manager Craig Counsell. 8th inning, crew down 1, and for this team, if there's a will, there's a way. Otherwise known as William Contreras and Willie Adames. First, it was Contreras with an RBI base knock to left, which tied the game up at 1. Then a couple of batters later, it's Adames splitting the diamond to bring home Contreras for what would be the game winner. Brewers beat the Cubs 3-1 the final. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn. But my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Nutrish Whole Health Blend for happy, healthy dogs.
Oh, I'm a stick made out of stick.
Nutrish Whole Health Blend for balanced energy, active mind, and immune support. Helping dogs dog healthy.
Best areas that we found, unfortunately, which is probably the area that we found were suffering the most, was from tax. And so by building this wealth optimization team, right, where we can bring in CFAs, CFPs, tax attorneys, CPAs, and really get to the heart of the matter of, targeted, risk, institutionally managed portfolios, to specialized indexing strategies, to basically helping people make that transition from accumulation to distribution and understand that it's a whole nother game.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-622-9639 or visit getdrainmagic.com. So call 1-800-622-9639 or visit getdrainmagic.com. Order now.
Tonight, Donald Trump's new comments on abortion, saying that some states might choose to monitor women's pregnancies to possibly prosecute women who violate abortion bans.
2 years ago, I became pregnant with a baby I desperately wanted. And I learned that the fetus would have a fatal condition and never survive. Because of the new laws in Texas, I had to flee my own state to receive treatment. If Donald Trump is elected, that is the end of a woman's right to choose. There will be no place to turn. We could lose our rights in every state, even the ones where abortion is currently legal. And that means every woman in every state is at risk. Donald Trump took away our freedom. We need leaders that will protect our rights and not take them away. And that's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Hey, finally this morning, it must have been a dream come true for a canine in Milwaukee. After 5 years of hard work, 6-year-old TSA screening dog Rex was showered with tennis balls on his last morning of work at Milwaukee's Mitchell International Airport. The canine's Do Not Pet patch was also removed from his vest by his handler, thus officially signaling that the dog was no longer working as a canine and could be pet finally. Now here's Jacob with one final check of your Saturday forecast.
Thanks, Kyle. Over the next 10 days, temperatures will remain fairly comfortable. We'll mostly see 60s and 70s. And we obviously have a few chances of a rainfall. Very normal forecast for May. Could see some of that rain today and then again Tuesday. And Tuesday is actually when we have the alert day for severe weather for southern Wisconsin. Right now, it doesn't look like we will see that severe weather for you folks in La Crosse, but especially areas near Illinois, there is a severe weather risk on Tuesday, and then there's another chance of rain on Thursday. Now, temperatures may drop a little bit towards the end of next week, but we're still going to see highs in the middle 60s and lows in the middle 40s, so it's not going to be too cool for this time of the year. And in general, we're looking very nice over the next 10 days. Obviously, we're going to see some rainfall, but tomorrow will be beautiful. Monday will also be nice, and even today, temperatures will be mild, and it's not going to rain throughout the entire day, so we'll have some breaks in the rainfall.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all for watching. We're back here again at 8.